What's up, witches? It's October, so you know what that means? It's spooky season. And what better way than to get into the spirit than watching Hocus Pocus? It's been something of a holiday tradition since it came out back in '93. Funny enough, when the movie first premiered, it didn't put a spell on anyone.
I don't think that's funny.
No.
But then, what else is the movie about?
There is nothing funny in this movie.
The New York Times referred to it as a unholy mess. It debuted in 4th place in the box office and quickly dropped out of the top 10. Disney ended up losing over $16 million during its theatrical run. Needless to say, it was a disappointment. But over the past almost 3 decades, the movie has enchanted old and new fans and has become a certified cult classic thanks to constant airings on Freeform and massive video sales.
From Walt Disney Home Video, rated PG.
Just this past month, the long-awaited sequel, Hocus Pocus 2, was finally released, and it was actually, in my opinion, really fun. So if you don't already know, which I assume that you do because you're watching this video, Hocus Pocus is a movie that follows a teen named Max who accidentally resurrects 3 witches and must risk his life to protect his sister and defeat them with the help of his crush, a friendly zombie, and an immortal black cat.
That's creepy!
The movie has an incredible cast, such as icons Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy. But the most iconic character has to be the town it takes place in, the infamous Salem, Massachusetts. Fun fact, most of the movie was shot on sound stages in Burbank, California. However, they did shoot some stuff on location right here in Salem. Well, I'm not in Salem right now, but I was. It's just about 3 towns over, but holy, I never want to go back in October ever again. So whenever friends come to visit, I always take them to Salem because I'm like, what else do people want to do when they come to New England?
It's a lobster!
Plus, I don't really want to deal with Boston traffic. But this was my first time going this time of year, and it will be my last. I knew it was gonna be busy, but it was busier than I ever imagined. I actually tried to go the weekend before, but I was stuck in standstill traffic. It took me about an hour just to get into town. And once I was in town, it took me like 25 minutes just to move like a mile and a half. But I was hyper fixated on making this video, and my mom didn't raise a bitch.
Hey, honey, it's Mom. I know I raised you a little soft, but I didn't raise you a bitch. Give me a call.
I went back even though it was wicked crowded, and honestly, it was worth it for the experience. People swarm there every fall for obvious reasons. It's like walking around a gothic Comic-Con. You can feel the magic in the air and all that hocus pocus.
Oh, come on. It's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
I want to show you some of the filming locations. So, let's go. So the opening takes place in Salem, circa 1693 to be exact. And it was shot in Pioneer Village. It's actually one of the oldest living history museums. It sits on 3 acres of land and contains various examples of colonial architecture that show how early 17th century colonial life was. Then we have the Ropes Mansion, which was used as Allison's home in the movie, and where one of the best lines in the movie is spoken.
Max likes her yabos. In fact, he loves them.
Though the interior shots of the party were filmed elsewhere, the exterior of the old town hall was the location of the huge Halloween party where the iconic musical number I Put a Spell on You took place.
I put a spell on you, and now you're gone.
And then there's a place off Ocean Avenue that will instantly be recognized. It's the home of Max and Danny. It was built back in the 1870s, and I do not envy the people that live there because of the crowds that gather outside.
It is a prison for children.
The school in the film was actually Phillips Elementary School. It shut down just a year before Hocus Pocus was filmed, and the building is now used as condos that overlook the Salem Column, which is actually where Max gives Allison his number earlier in the movie. The Common was created in 1667 and was a partial swamp where livestock would roam around. From around 1685, the Common was used as an area for the residents to practice shooting and training for military purposes. It now acts as a park. So yeah, I felt like a bit of a tourist, but those were some of the shooting locations from everyone's favorite Disney flop. If you feel so inclined to come, I say definitely visit in the summer. Definitely not the winter, because New England winters are the worst. But if you're feeling bold, definitely come around Halloween time. Just prepared to be in a town that's not designed for all the people and traffic. And I also recommend checking out Count Orlok's Nightmare Gallery and Bit Bar, which is actually the first place I ever beat House of the Dead all the way through. So yeah, have you ever been to Salem? What did you think about the new sequel? I want to hear from you in the comments down below. But that's it for me. Happy Halloween, peace, love, and belly rubs, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!